Hi, I'm Mary Stewart McGovern, and I'm speaking to you from my home in Mentor, Ohio during this time of physical distancing as we do our part to minimize the effects of the coronavirus called COVID-19. As the Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees, I would like to welcome you to this time of sharing our faith in the power of humanity, celebrating our interconnectedness and interdependence, and doing our best to live out our congregation's mission to love, revere, discover, and connect. Whether you are a member or friend of our congregation, whether you join us every Sunday or only occasionally, whether you've known us for decades or just stumbled upon us, whether you are with us in Kirtland or Kathmandu, you are welcome here. No matter the color of your skin or whom you love, no matter the flags of your heritage or the theology you believe, you are welcome here. We hope that this can be a time of reflection and renewal.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Denny Paul, and I have the honor of serving this congregation since 2004. We've been through a lot together over the years. Deaths and births, dinners and meetings, capital campaigns and talent shows, storms, elections, and now this virus that is forcing us to be apart physically, forcing us to come up with new ways of being together and maintaining the connections that help us make meaning from our lives. Right now, that project of meaning making seems to be focused exclusively on how to keep ourselves and each other safe and healthy, and how to find the value and the dignity in all of this. I'd like to invite you to use this time as we gather to scroll down to the comments section below and check in. Check in with each other. Let each other know you're here and that you're connected. Since we're watching together something that was filmed yesterday, we can't share our joys and sorrows verbally, but you can share them in the comments, which in real time can operate as a kind of chat, like an old-fashioned chat room from the early days of the internet. The good thing about being together in this way is that you're allowed to be as comfortable as you like. Sit back, enjoy your morning coffee, take a dog for a walk. Just remember that this is a come-as-you-are party, and it won't be perfect. As with any Sunday, we'll experience the limitations of human experience and skills, plus all of the complications of technology. But we, as your staff, are doing our best, as are folks everywhere at all the service places, especially Facebook and YouTube and Zoom and the countless other social media platforms that are getting swamped with activity and making our digital connection tougher. They really are doing their best. So let's begin our service this morning the way we always do, by lighting a flame in a chalice, the Unitarian Universalist symbol of our passion and commitment to being in covenant with one another and with the world. I want to encourage you to light a candle in a chalice at home. And it doesn't have to be fancy. It could be as simple as a tea light in a margarita glass, if that's all that you have. So please, light your chalice as I light ours here in our sanctuary, and share the words of Albert Schweitzer, words that I think are especially important to hear right now. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. You know, if you're a person of a certain age, you probably remember the animated short films that were fillers between Saturday morning cartoons when we were kids. They were called Schoolhouse Rock, even though they were more show tune than rock concert. Now, they taught me all kinds of things, like the preamble to the Constitution and my multiplication tables. Most of them were so catchy, I still remember their melodies and lyrics, but I won't torture you by singing any of them. One of them was a U.S. history lesson, and it depicted Mother Necessity as gray-haired and wearing a floor-length lavender dress, a woman said to have good intentions. She was the progenitor of all the inventions that made this country great. She was the mother of Eli Whitney, who transformed the South with his cotton gin, which could do the work of 100 men. She was the mother of Thomas Edison, who helped her by inventing a light bulb so that she could work late into the night in her kitchen. She sent Samuel Morse, out on a horse, of course, to send messages so many times that he just had to invent the telegraph. And you guessed it, Morse code. She inspired Elias Howe to invent the sewing machine and Alexander Graham Bell the telephone. And she was so irked by the shenanigans of Orville and Wilbur Wright messing around with bicycles that they had no choice but to run off and invent the airplane. I guess necessity can get a little hot under the collar, even as she nudged Robert Fuller and Guglielmo Marconi to invent the steamboat and the radio, all with the effect of making the nation grow, grow, grow. And as a nation, we have grown, and grown, certainly from the days of Edison and Bell. You know, in the last couple of weeks, I've heard a lot about how our nation, the United States of America, is unique, and how our exceptionalism will keep us safe from the virus that is making its way around the world, oblivious to borders, politics, wealth, and belief systems. It doesn't seem likely that our fate will be any different from the fate of any other nation, at least in terms of infection rates or other statistics. But the thing that has historically set us apart as a nation is that we use our difficulties and our limitations to create something new, something that can change the world.